Hey folks, welcome back. Today we're tackling one of the toughest but most important topics we've ever covered. What you'll wish you had after the dollar dies. Most people think collapse looks like fire, chaos, and sirens. But in reality, it starts quietly. Shelves look fine, your card still swipes, and everyone's scrolling through their phones pretending everything's normal, while prices creep up week after week. But behind the scenes, the system starts to crack. History shows it happens the same way every time, slowly at first, then all at once. When the dollar loses its value, it won't be because of one dramatic event. It will be because confidence vanishes. Banks will pause withdrawals, ATMs will say temporarily out of service, and you'll hear the phrase digital credits more than you ever wanted to. Gas stations will run out, groceries will get thin, and suddenly everyone will start asking the same question. What still has value? The answer isn't money, it's things you can hold, use, and trade. So let's walk through exactly what those are. Physical silver and gold. Let's start with the obvious. When paper money becomes wallpaper, silver and gold are what's left standing. Precious metals have survived every empire's fall, from Rome to modern economies, because they represent real value. Silver is the poor man's gold, easier to trade, smaller to store, and perfect for barter. A single silver round might buy you a dozen eggs or a few gallons of gas when cash means nothing. Gold, on the other hand, isn't for everyday trades. It's wealth storage. It's what helps you rebuild when the system resets. A few small gold coins can restore what an entire savings account used to represent. You don't need to be rich to start. Even a few silver coins or a small piece of gold puts you ahead of most people who will be standing in line at the bank when the screen flashes, service unavailable. Barter items. When paper becomes worthless, barter becomes the economy. People won't ask for dollars, they'll ask for survival. Warmth, safety, food, and comfort become the new currency. Let's go through the most valuable categories you can start collecting right now. Medicine and first aid. Painkillers, antibiotics, antiseptics, and medical tape will disappear almost instantly. Pharmacies will be the first to be stripped bare and the last to restock. A single bottle of ibuprofen could be worth its weight in gold when people can't find relief. Stock up on over-the-counter meds, first aid kits, and backup prescriptions, if possible. Learn how to make simple remedies from natural sources too, because once the shelves are empty, knowledge becomes medicine. Alcohol. It's more than a drink. It's barter, antiseptic, morale, and sanity all in one bottle. Whiskey, vodka, or even homemade spirits can sterilize wounds, clean tools, or calm nerves. You don't need expensive brands. Cheap, high-proof liquor will hold value for years if stored right. People crave normalcy and chaos, and a single sealed bottle might buy you food, fuel, or favor. Seeds are renewable wealth. A small packet of heirloom seeds can feed a family for years. Hybrid seeds die after one harvest, but heirlooms reproduce endlessly. Store them cool and dry, and think of them as future currency. When grocery stores close, your garden becomes your grocery store and your gold mine. Food cannot be printed, it can only be grown. Fuel and fire starters are the heart of survival. Gasoline, diesel, propane, lighter fluid, matches and lighters will be more valuable than stocks or crypto in a collapse. Fire equals food, warmth, and light. Keep fuel sealed and rotated. Stock hundreds of lighters and waterproof matches. They're cheap, small, and universally tradable. When the nights go cold and dark, you'll never regret having more than enough. Hygiene products are overlooked until it's too late. Soap, toothpaste, razors, and toilet paper all turn into luxuries in a world without supply trucks. A bar of soap could buy you a favor or passage through a checkpoint. Good hygiene keeps disease at bay, lifts morale, and prevents infections when there's no doctor around. Store extras in plastic tubs and learn how to make your own soap from fat and lye. When people are desperate for cleanliness, you'll be the one offering a lifeline. Coffee and cigarettes might not seem like survival tools, but they're emotional currency. Comfort goods become priceless when morale collapses. Instant coffee, tea bags, tobacco, and cigarettes are small, portable, and easy to store. You don't have to use them yourself to understand their power. A warm cup or a smoke can build trust, Buy silence or simply give someone hope in the middle of fear. Self-sufficient tools. Now let's talk about the tools that let you live without the system, the ones that turn survival into independence. Start with solar generators or panels. When the grid dies, those who can make power rule the night. A small solar setup can run radios, lights, or charge batteries indefinitely. You don't need a massive off-grid farm to benefit. Even a briefcase-sized solar kit with a power bank can keep you functional when everyone else is blind and silent. It's quiet, renewable, and it makes you your own utility company. Manual water filtration. Clean water is worth more than gold in a crisis. Gravity filters, ceramic filters, and portable systems like LifeStraws are lifesavers. Have several options and learn how to make backup filters with charcoal and sand. Dehydration kills faster than hunger, and contaminated water kills silently. Store filters, tablets, and knowledge. Water is freedom. Off-grid cooking gear. A rocket stove or solar oven can feed you without propane or electricity. They're small, silent, and fuel efficient. A warm meal keeps people calm and reminds them that life goes on. Stock cast iron cookware, camp pots, and utensils. In a world of cold food and panic, a hot meal is civilization itself. Hand tools and repair kits. Screwdrivers, wrenches, hammers, and saws are what rebuild the world. When you can fix something, you don't need permission or imports. A simple toolbox can secure doors, patch leaks, and repair vehicles. Buy quality tools once, and they'll outlast every crisis. Communication devices. When the internet and cell towers fail, radios become the new network. Crank or solar radios, ham radios, and walkie-talkies let you gather news and coordinate with others. In chaos, information saves lives. Learn how to use them now while you can still look up the manuals. Food preservation tools like pressure canners, dehydrators, and vacuum sealers turn short-term supplies into long-term security. Once the stores are empty, it's not about what you have today, it's about what you can make last. A good canner turns one harvest into a year's worth of food. Dehydrators shrink and preserve meals for the road. Root cellars, smoke houses, and old-world methods still work, and they don't need a power outlet to do it. Every empire thinks it's different. Every citizen believes collapse happens somewhere else. But when the cracks show, denial turns to regret. Don't wait for temporary measures. Don't assume someone will fix it. The people who prepare before it happens are the ones who keep living after it does. So here's the bottom line. Stock precious metals to protect value. Store medicine, alcohol, seeds, fuel, hygiene goods, and comfort items to trade and survive. Invest in tools that give you self-reliance, solar power, water filtration, off-grid cooking, hand tools, and preservation gear. These aren't luxuries, they're lifelines. We're not preparing for the end of the world. We're preparing for the world that keeps turning after money stops working. You'll wish you had this after the dollar dies, but if you start now, you won't have to wish. You'll be ready. If this video helped you, make sure to like it, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Stay safe, stay prepared, and remember that real value doesn't come from the system. It comes from what you can hold, trade, and use.